hangers, you see. They gave them drugs, you see. Mendrex, because many of them at that time, many of the Makumri, they were drug addicts, you see. Drugs that they never bought or what, but drugs that were projected, they were protected. So now they were provided. So now, that whole system of theirs using the youth, they didn't know that when the freedom is won, how the youth will be. Because like it to be saw it, like I said, like it to be saw it, everybody saw it. They saw it too. So what was the an alternative? No, what did they plan for the youth now? You see, that is a question now. After apartheid.
So now, and still, are you still coming with the story? So how do you then get into the story that I wanted to also just quickly, because I was still curious on that gangster love. You said you're part of which gang again?
Dog Squad.
Dog Squad. So tell us about that gang. Like what happened there? What did you do? How did you join the gang? How did you get into it?
Okay, I remember when I used to go to school every day. My parents didn't know that I was chased out of school. Because now when I went to the school, I remember it was my birthday when I registered myself. You see, we black people who have this thing here of knowing that to raise a child is when you can provide only. You see, like I went and registered myself. After I was stabbed in Newlands East, then I went to Phoenix. I registered myself. Nobody knew where school I went to. You see, so it came to a point. January, February, I came with a bottle and I came with a gun in school because I was already carrying guns in school, you see, at the time. So I came with a bottle of Jack Daniels. I remember I was sitting and drinking with my cousins in school. You see, I never moved with our class. I moved with my brothers and my cousins' class because I was a prefect at school. So I was giving him the riches, I was signing the riches, but I was not in my class. So I was drinking, I got drunk. When I got drunk, I started pulling guns, chasing after school, chasing people with guns up until I came. My cousins came, they grabbed the bag from me, they ran away. The following day, I was called in the staff room. So the teachers, they told me, no, you are brilliant. We don't want to open a church, but we know yesterday you came with a gun and alcohol, so now we don't want you in the school. Pack your things now and leave. You see. So I pack my things and leave. But at home, they never know. I never know. Every morning, I used to wake up, get dressed, go and collect money for a bus fare to school. And then I go swinging around F section, they starting to rob people. But now, like, it's got so intense now. Because now you see the gangsterism in Kwamashu. It was not this gangsterism of Western Cape of drugs and at the end. They were not fighting for territorial. It was just you as a man, I must be a man. You see, if I don't have a gun, if I'm, then you are easily this, you are easily, like you're wearing nice clothes. This guy comes to you, he takes all your shoes and takes all your jeans, you see. You can't say nothing. Yeah, you had to have a gun, you had to have your own crew or group. That crew you move with, it must be a crew with a gun. You see, it must not be a crew that took too much because you get shot, you see. There was too much shooting, they were shooting one another like crazy, you see. So now, I remember most in those years, it was now 2003. I started now running around with guns. That's when now I was shot, you see, in that group. But they were very, 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 like I remember this one squared, you, that man. It was very good. Yeah, squared. You, that man was a very evil. I've never seen an evil man in my life. That man, he killed a person, everyone he meets on the road, he shoots. He going this direction, that direction. If he meets you in the road, he shoots you. He kills you. He killed so many people when he died. His own parents, his own mother. Those people were called the cleaners. Because now, after that, when the MK soldiers, now the way Kwamash was at that time, there was so much killing. Then they formed a group called Ibani Cleaners. First it was a group of Ikukulula.
Okay,
Ikukulula group, yes, where they started shooting the gunmen now. Now they started shooting the gunmen and that's disarming them. But now when they were disarming them, their guns, they became what killers themselves. You see, yeah, they became powerful. Then they became territorials themselves. Because now they were going around now and shooting and disarming guns, even if it's not necessary. There was lots of guns, man. So they were shooting and killing people. So they became what killers themselves. You see, but when it first started, it was like the MK soldiers. They are tired of this killing in Kwamashu, so they're gonna disarm. So everyone was called, yes. Like I remember, like when I ran away from the location from my last time, I never went back to the location. It was, they told us they're coming in. now the dog squad. They told us they're coming in. I phoned my brother. When I phoned my brother, because squad, the same guy I'm talking about. So he shot one of the guy. There was a guy called Skumbuzo. He had a short arm, a half arm. Yeah, his arm was they said he was throwing an hand grenade. It got mutilated by the blast from
okay.
from making. So he had his half arm, but he was shooting a gun like crazy with an AK-47 with one arm. So he shot a brother of Skumbuzo and tell him, tell the stubborn of your brother that Square shot you.
Oh.
So when we heard that, so now the cleaners now told us no, they were coming in. So me, what I did, I phoned my brother to come and fetch me. I told him my father is sick, I went to town. It was maybe 5 days. We heard from my cousin of mine who came to town and told us, hey, I saw lots of dead bodies standing there. 9 people were shot at the same time. All those people that I dog pound, yeah, that gang got finished like that. All of them, they were shot dead. So I was staying in town then. From then on, I stayed in town. I never went back to the location. So from then on, the thing that is a gun and once I put it one side, I never even once in my life again picked up a gun, you see. So I just joined my brother, this thing of what? Of breaking and stealing for all these years, doing that crime. Like I said, when I started, I was never ashamed of who I was. Yeah, first thing, when I grew up, when I was a child, I never even once did I steal from my family. Never even once did I steal from somebody that I know. I was never a criminal. I hate criminals, even in prison. A thief. I hated thieves. Even now, you say anyone who's still in my vicinity where I am, I will beat you up very bad. You see, in prison, anywhere. But to me, crime was one thing now. Like I said, it was a struggle. You see, black people, yes, they must never govern in peace. Because first, they deceived us as the youth, you see. But there was never nothing for us. What was there for us?
So they sacrificed you.
Yeah, they sacrificed the youth of this country. But now, by sacrificing the youth, they made it. Because now, you see the way they were so foolish. After that, now, they built, when they came to power, they what now? They built change prison into hotels, stop death sentence and all that. In that environment, with those violent and murderous youth, but their words now, they changed the laws. The laws that they must accommodate what now? Those same youth. Because now if they really love the youth, like you go read the history of Zimbabwe. The history of Zimbabwe, it was the youth who fought. It was the youth of Olokuzan, the Ndebele of Nkomo. Yeah, it was the youth who fought. But listen to now, when freedom was won, the prisons were rehabilitational centers. You went once there, you never ever wanted to go back to prison again. Yes, in Zimbabwe. That's why now you'll find that Zimbabwean youth is much educated more than the youth of South Africa. And especially youth, if you go to KZN, to Zululand, and people there educated, Ulundi, because Gacha they always invested on matter of education. Or you come to Johannesburg, there are many people that you go to KZN. You still go to KZN's prisons. Most of the prison warders, they come from Zulu and the Wa, because most of the people in the locations are uneducated. You see, when I say uneducated, there was no education in our time. Where was education? Because I remember when they told us now to ban and ban the schools, because we banned the books and banned the schools. They told that it was the orders that came on top. I remember Umrek, they banned him inside the school. They shot him, they killed him, they banned him inside the school in Zemsho. In Zemsho, which was the principal. Now they were killing the principals because now see the principals, they were selected by IPMOS. Because now they were what it was Gacha Butelius who
it was the IP government.
That was the yes, it was the Zulu government. So all the principals, most of them, they came from what? Even that one from Eduman. Unchebembuz, our principal, the students tied him like this here in the steering wheel. They chased him out of school. They told him mustn't come back. You see, they banned all the offices. You see, they told us to ban the schools and ban the books. So we banned the schools, we banned the books. Now, where were we educated? Where? That's why now we find that most of our especially here in KZN, in KZN, you'll find that there's too much high rise in crime. There's too much crime in KZN. Sometimes more than any province or city here in South Africa. I would say even the whole world. Like you look at those two locations, Umlazi and Inand, most murderous and most violent, even Wamash, you see, most murderous and most violent locations in the whole world. Why is that youth so violent? Why are because now it is what they gave us the guns. They told us we must not be educated.